In 2025, Kanye West operates a completely independent empire. No record label telling him what to make. No brand partners approving his designs. He creates music and fashion entirely on his own terms. But just 3 years earlier, he lost $1.5 billion in 72 hours. Adidas dropped him, Gap dropped him, Balenciaga, CAA, Def Jam, JP Morgan Chase. The entire industry turned its back on him at once. His net worth collapsed from $2 billion to $400 million. Forbes kicked him off the billionaire list. So how does someone go from losing everything to building exactly what they claimed they wanted all along? And more importantly, what if the whole thing was intentional? Because if you look at the pattern, things start to make sense in a way that's honestly kind of brilliant. Or insane. Possibly both. Let's go back to 2004. The college dropout drops, and Kanye forces his way into an industry that didn't want him there. The industry had a very clear idea of what a rap star should look like, and Kanye in a pink polo wasn't it.
Right now I'm working on Jesus Walks, and I got a concept, right? But I go out to all these directors, and nobody wants to do my concept.
But he won anyway, and he made sure everyone knew about it.
And the Grammy goes to the college dropout, Kanye West.
By 2009, Kanye was untouchable. He had the biggest records, the biggest stages, and an ego that somehow kept growing faster than his success. But winning wasn't enough. Kanye needed everyone to know he was right about everything. So when Taylor Swift won Best Female Video at the VMAs, a 19-year-old having her first major moment, Kanye decided that moment needed some correction.
Thank you so much! I always dreamed about what it would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. So thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I was really excited because I had just won the award, and then I was really excited because Kanye West was on the stage. And then I wasn't so excited anymore.
The entire world turned on him overnight. He became the most hated man in entertainment. And honestly, fair enough. That was objectively a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, it's been extremely difficult. Just dealing with the fact that I hurt someone or took anything away, from a talented artist or from anywhere, because I only wanted to help people. My entire life I've only wanted to give and do something that I felt was right, and I immediately knew in this situation that it was wrong.
He didn't hide from the hate or try to make people like him again. He used all of it, the backlash, the humiliation, the anger, as fuel. It was almost like he discovered that controversy could be converted into art. By 2013, Kanye was pushing even harder. He released Yeezus, an industrial, aggressive, intentionally uncommercial album.
They throwing hate at me, want me to stay at ease. You and your corporation, y'all niggas can't control me.
Then he went on Saturday Night Live and performed a song where he literally called himself a god.
You show hates to me? We ain't no motherfucking god!
And then 2016 happened. This is where things really started to fall apart, or, depending on how you look at it, where the plan actually began. November 19th, Sacramento, the St. Pablo tour. Middle of a show, Kanye just stops performing, and instead of finishing the concert people paid hundreds of dollars to see, he starts ranting.
Hey, stop it. Hey, radio, you. Radio, you.
He's going off about Jay-Z, about Beyonce, about how radio really works, about everything wrong with the industry. The crowd starts booing, he's visibly unraveling on stage. Then he just walks off. Show's over.
Get ready to have a field day, press. Get ready, because the show's over.
Hours later, he's hospitalized. The entire tour gets canceled. $30 million in refunds. After that, Kanye went completely silent. No interviews, no music, no public appearances, just gone. And when he came back in 2018, something had changed. April 21st, Kanye tweets his support for Candace Owens, a conservative commentator. The internet is confused. 4 days later, he shows up at TMZ headquarters wearing a red MAGA hat. And then on live television, he says something that pretty much everyone agrees you probably shouldn't say.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
The reaction was instant. Van Lathan confronted him right there on camera. John Legend, one of his actual friends, texted him privately begging him to stop. And Kanye's response? He posted the screenshots. A week later, photos drop of Kanye hugging Donald Trump at Trump Tower. By October, he's sitting in the Oval Office giving a 10-minute speech on live TV while the president just watches. The backlash was nuclear. Pieces flooded every website. Everyone said the same thing. Kanye had completely lost his mind. His career was over. No one would work with him again. Except, a few months earlier, Kanye released Ye, and it debuted at #1.
Is it crazy that you could put something together this fast and we all show up? Yeah, that's love right there. Yeah, that's love.
So despite everything, people still showed up for the music. It's almost like he was testing something. How far could he push it? How controversial could he be and still win? Throughout 2019, Kanye launched Sunday Service and released Jesus is King, a full gospel album. In 2020, he ran for president and held a rally where he broke down crying. By February 2021, Kim filed for divorce. But in August 2021, Kanye announced 3 stadium listening events for Donda. No interviews, no traditional promotion, and when Donda finally dropped, it debuted at #1. Even in complete chaos, Kanye was still winning, but he was systematically separating himself from the traditional industry. And October 2022 was about to finish the job. October 8th, Paris Fashion Week. Kanye unveils White Lives Matter shirts. Within hours, he's posting online, going after journalists, going after Jewish executives. It was like watching someone intentionally blow up their entire life in real time. October 9th, Instagram restricts his account. October 10th, Twitter does the same. On October 26th, Adidas ends their partnership. $1.5 billion vanishes. Gap cuts ties. Balenciaga cuts ties. CAA drops him. Def Jam severs their relationship. JP Morgan Chase closes his accounts. Within 72 hours, Kanye lost nearly every major partnership. His net worth dropped from $2 billion to $400 million. The media declared him finished. But that's not what happened. In February 2023, Donda 2 dropped exclusively on the STEM player, a $200 device that Kanye owned. It sold out. In March, he launched Yeezy products independently. The drops sold out in minutes. Throughout 2023, new music dropped sporadically through download links and STEM player exclusives. No traditional rollout, just music released however he wanted, without being filtered by any sort of corporate influence. By mid-2023, Kanye was operating completely outside this system, and he was building exactly what he'd been complaining about not having for over a decade. So here's the uncomfortable question. What if none of this was an accident? For years, Kanye complained about contracts he couldn't escape, about not owning his masters, about corporations profiting off his creativity while controlling what he could make and say. In 2016, he had a full breakdown ranting about these exact issues. And when he came back, he started doing things that made absolutely no business sense. But every time the media attacked him, every time he lost sponsors, he released music. And it went #1. Over and over, he kept proving he didn't need their approval to succeed. In 2022, he pushed it to the absolute limit. He said things that made it literally impossible for any corporation to defend working with him, and they all dropped him at once. But instead of destroying him, it freed him. Now there were no contracts, no executives giving notes, no boards of directors, no one telling him what he could or couldn't do. He lost $1 billion in partnerships, but he gained complete creative control. Look at what Kanye built after the collapse: independent music distribution, independent fashion releases, Sunday service on his own terms. Now, I'm not saying what he said was okay, but if your goal is to escape the traditional industry, to own everything you create, to answer to nobody, Kanye West achieved that goal. Every controversial moment, every platform ban, every dropped partnership moved him closer to the independence he'd been demanding since the college dropout. Most artists who lose everything spend years trying to get it back. Kanye didn't. He just built a different game entirely. So maybe the real story isn't that Kanye lost everything. Maybe it's that he burned down everything that was holding him back. Was it intentional? Was it a breakdown that accidentally led to a breakthrough? Because in 2025, Kanye West has no shareholders, no executives, no committees, and no corporate partners. He creates entirely on his own terms, and whether it was genius or madness, or some combination of both, he got exactly what he said he wanted. What if Kanye's downfall was never a breakdown? What if it was just an extremely expensive, extremely controversial exit strategy? The man lost $1 billion to be free, and looking at where he is now, maybe he thinks it was worth it.